Okay, it says I'm live. I know sometimes it's got a delayed reaction thing. This is a love and relationship reading for Libra singles for the rest of July and all of August. And I decided to do things a little differently where I'm going to do a 10 card spread a 10 card spread in order to go into the last week of July and all 4 weeks of August to kind of break it down time-wise. And for August, because ultimately that's what this reading is for, is August, I'm using the White Rabbit Lenormand as your clarifiers. They're really beautiful. They've kind of got old-fashioned, almost Victorian looking or early 1900s looking images in them. These are created by somebody who has a Etsy site called the White Lenormand Oracle cards, but there are several different decks that she creates. I'm assuming it's a woman. I'm pretty sure that it is. I forget what her name is, but I researched pretty in-depth, heavily into different card decks that I wanted to explore more, one of which was the Lenormand system, and it took me a long time to find the right fit for me, or the closest fit that I could find, which happens to be these ones. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start shuffling. This is for Libra rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, and specifically for those of you that are single. Now, what does that mean? That could be you're single but interested in someone, or you have a crush on someone. Someone could have a crush on you. You could be dabbling with dating, but you still pretty much consider yourself a single person. We'll just see what comes out. Hopefully this will be on a lighter note than Scorpio's was. Hey, Ozzy, what are you chewing? What are you chewing on? What is that? That better be something okay for you to chew on. I'm watching you. Okay. But really, it's not up to me on what comes out. So we'll just see. I got sick of being in the kitchen because the internet signal is strongest in my kitchen. So I'm experimenting and I'm doing this in my living room now. We'll see how things go. Hopefully you can hear me, see me. I've noticed that these live videos for now are just completely blurry and morphy, but it's okay. As long as it's okay with you. As long as you can hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and start picking your cards. I know that there's a lot of readers that shuffle in such a way where the cards can fly around, but I've just never really done it that way. Sometimes that does happen on its own, and I'll count those cards, but I just try to keep trust and faith in the fact that that they come out the way that they're supposed to. So here we go. 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. I feel like I'm supposed to grab those. Okay. I always know what card that is because it's the only brand new looking one in the whole deck. It's because I was doing readings at a psychic fair outdoors, and the wind blew really hard and blew all the cards away from me, and I had to go catch them all. except it was one that was just completely lost. And so I actually had to buy a whole brand new version of this deck just to replace that one card. I'd actually tried to do readings with the newer deck, even though it was the same deck, and it just wasn't the same for me. So even though these are extremely scuffed, perhaps maybe because I've read for thousands of people over the past couple of decades with these cards, they just carry more juju in them or something. Okay, let's turn these babies over and see what's going on for you guys. This reading may or may not resonate, as always. And it's really up to you. Huh. Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, I'm going to show you your 10 cards. Mercury retrograde. My voice is a little mixed up. Okay. You have the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. The King of Swords. This is your natural counterpart, actually, because you guys' court card is the Queen of Swords, which is also in here. You have the 10 of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords, your own court card. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's still the Libra court card. You have the 5 of Wands. The Hanged Man. Major Arcana. This is the only major arcana you have in here. The 4 of Cups. The 6 of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. Try to keep track of these so I don't get them mixed up. All right. For the last week of July. Well, I'm getting for someone, you may have a crush on someone at work, and for whatever reasons, there may be some other people also vying for this person's attention. This might be, if this is a person, this Queen of Pentacles here, doesn't have to be a woman, obviously. Could be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be at all. Could be an earth sign. Doesn't have to be at all. But this person seems very mature and grounded, and they know who they are. Or they're the type to kind of sit back and see what happens with things like that, like this, and to not get involved really, but just to see. You know, because this is a queen on the top and there's a bunch of men down on the bottom sparring with each other. It looks as if they're practicing martial arts, or they're simply arguing with each other, or competing against each other, or each of these men in the picture look as if they're vying for this queen's attention, or they're even training in front of the queen. And she almost looks like she's a judge of who will win, or who is the best one, or even just simply taking a step back saying, I don't want to have any part of that conflict. This queen could be you, in which case then you may have many people vying for your attention. Or many people potentially have crushes on you or are interested in you, and they may even be fighting amongst themselves or competing with each other. In which case, it looks as if this is imbalanced. The queen is a queen, and these guys are just random guys. They're not even knights. It makes me wonder if you're just not satisfied with any of the choices you have right now, even though they want you. You're not really sure if this is really the right energy for you. You kind of want someone who is along your wavelength or along your status, or someone who's mature. These people down below don't seem all that mature right now. You could have a crush on someone at work, or someone multiple people at your work may have a crush on you. And this could also be just you being single. And if that's the case, then it looks as if there's something about you're having an internal struggle over something that you're trying to produce or create or maintain stability for, or you just are trying to grow your money and your talents and your skills right now, or the things that you're interested in, or the things that you would like to create. You're more focused on that right now than petty arguments going on around you, or you may be conflicted on how to go about this. So let me pick some clarifiers. I want to pick one for that Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands in here? Okay. I got something really specific with this. Your two clarifiers with the Five of Wands here. You have the house over the fish. I'm getting two distinct stories with this. I'm assuming this is for someone in particular. It may be that some of you at home, in your home or in your house, there's people arguing and fighting. There's a lack of peace in the home over possibly troubles with money, or people are arguing with each other over the use of money, or overspending money, or thinking that they have a lot when actually they just have a moderate amount. And so someone may be going overboard. Someone may have spent someone else's money, or there's fights over money, or whether to afford the house anymore, whether to be able to pay the mortgage or the rent, or something's going on here. Another scenario is that you may have spied the perfect house, or the perfect land, or the perfect place to be. And you're wondering, can I afford this house? Can I afford this land? I'm getting, for some reason, some of you singles may still be at home with your parents, or be at home with family rather than out on your own. In which case, this may be family arguments in the home going on around you over finances or money, or whether they can continue to afford the house, or whether they should sell the house. Some people in the family may disagree with that and think that they should keep the house. Other people may be wanting to sell it and just take the money. Or there's been arguments in your home with your family, and so you're thinking of buying your own house, or moving out, or finding a roommate situation, or an apartment, or just to get away from the house or the family or the arguments and strike out on your own. In which case you're wondering whether or not you can afford it. But I'm sure that you can make something work. I really am. You can definitely make something work. If people have been fighting in your home, this is definitely taking a toll on your health, or you feel like you can't even go home, or being at home is stressful. If you're single, and especially I'm getting if you're a college student or a young person in your 20s, you may even be in a big, large house with multiple roommates. And something's going on where either some people in the roommate situation can't pay their rent, and so it throws everyone else off that lives there, or somehow threatens whether or not they will be able to continue to be in the house. Or it could be that you have 2 or more roommates that have a crush on you. And so that adds a whole other dynamic to the home situation that makes it so much more stressful for you. But with all of these, you have the bouquet. And so it may be something, well, before I say that, let me pick one more just to make sure I'm getting the right information before I blurt it out. Whoa. That one popped out, flew out on its own. Mountain. With bouquets, mountain. You're being given an invitation or a gift or a sign of interest from someone else for sure. In the old times, I think it was in the Victorian days, there were actually secret messages within each bouquet, depending on what flowers were involved. Orchids meant something, roses meant something. It was almost like a code message from one's person of interest on to you. It was, okay, I just want to fling, or lilies for purity, or red roses for passion, or such and such. It's like a secret message. Whether this is at home or at work, if you do happen to have a number of people interested in you, there's definitely going to be one that approaches you in the gentlest way, in the most respectful way, and in a very polite way that makes you think that chivalry is not dead, or romance is not dead in the world. It still exists. This leads you to believe that this is the right person or the right choice to make out of all of these people. I don't know why I just got that, but I got somebody at a bar where you have these guys or these women approach you that are almost crude, that are just, they immediately want sex, or they start saying sexual comments, or there's just a lack of propriety or courtesy involved. And so the one person that does come along that treats you like a lady or a gentleman, that is obviously going to be the choice that you make. If you make a choice, you may just be in a place where you're enjoying people's attention. You're not really ready to settle down with anyone just yet, or they need to prove themselves to you on a long-term basis before you make any kind of a decision. Just because someone gives you a beautiful bunch of roses you still have to see more from them in order to really get a grip on who this person is. Something to do with this has the mountain in here, which is an obstacle or something in your way that you have to figure out either how to get around it or how to get through it, or to climb it. It's something in the way. This could be circumstances. It could be location is in the way. It could be that for now, there's just some difficult things going on and you're not really sure if you have it in you to really get all that serious about anything just yet, because you have some hurdles you have to go through or face or deal with before you can even think about having time for romance right now. You could, if you have one specific question, I could do a quick reading for you at the very end, but I can't do it in the middle of this one. So if you have a question, go ahead and just type it in there and I'll see if I can address it quickly at the end. Okay. Otherwise, I mean, anyone watching, I do have an email and I do private readings for people. I have been dabbling with doing some free readings for listeners on here just because I have the time and I might as well. But it does help if you guys contact me separately too. So, yeah, something's in the way. You can't get to them very easily, or there's just circumstances going on right now that delay things. But I'm getting, if you are receiving an invitation or a gift or interest from someone who treats you in the right way, this person isn't going to go away anytime soon. For whatever reasons, I'm getting that this person is persistent, but not in a creepy way. So if you do suddenly have obstacles come up that delay this, you don't necessarily have to worry about them disappearing. So that's all at the last week of July. That's really interesting. Okay, so this is the first week of August. The Two of Pentacles over the Hanged Man. Again, I'm getting something in here about options. You may have two options that you're thinking of, or two crushes, or two people may have an interest in you. Below them is the Hanged Man, or you could simply just be extremely busy. You know, obviously, if you're thinking of leaving your home situation for a new home situation, that's occupying a lot of your time, possible money, and you're just mulling things over, you know, Libra style, thinking, okay, I want to make the best choice, but for now, you're kind of looking over your options before you decide. Underneath this is the Hanged Man, and in this position, or in this reading, I'm getting that this is a standstill or a hold-off period or a delay where things are put on hold. Things may be put on hold beyond your control, but I'm getting that this is happening for a very good reason. You may not be seeing this situation completely clearly just yet because some things may be underneath the surface that you still have to figure out or find out. Or you need to tune into your intuition on how you actually really feel about all of this. Is this really what you want? Is even the options that you have? Or maybe you just need a break. Maybe you need a vacation or a break or a timeout just to get back in touch with yourself again and renew your vision or renew your inspiration before you really think about what steps to take next. And I'm getting an actual move for some of you. For some of you, this could be a choice in jobs or whether you should leave your situation that you've been in or go towards something new or what you should do. Take your time with this. You don't have to rush. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to make this decision in the first week of August. You may want to get away for a little bit. Sometimes when we go on a road trip or we go someplace we haven't gone before, or we have a new experience, it can awaken not only your intuition, but also your awareness to a much broader way of seeing things or a different way of seeing things that can bring you more clarity. And then you would walk away from that period having renewed vision and knowing what you want or what to choose. It could be that you're torn between a Capricorn and a Pisces, or it could be you just simply aren't sure if it's really the right time to make any major choices right now. So let me pull a clarifier to go with that, especially that Two of Pentacles. Well, really for both of them. What is this Two of Pentacles about? And what is this Hangman? Oh, I want to know more about that. What is that? You Libras. Gosh. Okay. My best friend, my best girlfriend growing up when we were young was a Libra. I still really miss her. Okay. First week of August. With the Two of Pentacles, you have Clover, which is luck or money or abundance or just good luck. You know, you're wondering if somebody watching is thinking about moving from home or moving from a home situation into a new one. You may have been wondering whether you can financially do it. But I think you can. Don't let that stop you if that's the only thing that's stopping you. But definitely take a rest or a breather or a break for a moment. This worry about whether or not you can afford it may even be coming from frenemies or people that would rather keep you at home or keep you in a certain place. And so think about what you want or what you can do, or don't think about what other people think. And this could be translated not just for relocation or moving from home or buying a home, even. This can even be a relationship. If the only thing stopping you from entering a relationship is other people's opinions, you might not want to go that route. You might want to trust your own intuition and your own self. There may be some worries about money here, where you're worried you're the only breadwinner in this potential relationship, or the person isn't as well off as you would like them to be, or they're not as abundant as you would like them to be, or it could even be the opposite, where they're extremely abundant, and so you're wondering if the power is really going to be equal in a relationship like that, where the other person makes the majority of the money or is of a higher status than you in whatever way that means, whether they run a business of their own or are well established or whatever, or if they don't have enough or they are perceived to not have enough. But I am getting, if this is somebody that you're thinking about going into a relationship with, this person would share what they have with you. This person is generous. Or something about this relationship is lucky, where both of your individual luck improves by being together. That's one random thing in here. But again, if you are torn or you're not sure, you don't have to make a decision in the first week of August. So below it was the Hanged Man on a standstill. There's no action being taken just yet, because perhaps you need to get back in touch with yourself, because I got a really weird combination of things in here. You got the fox. You got mice. Hopefully you can see these okay. And you have the lilies. And I got two different things with this. Well, several different things. I got that some of you may have frenemies around you that are not your friends the way that you think they are. There may be backbiting, gossip, or people pretending to be your friend or pretending to be supportive of you when really they want to see your stuff fall apart. Or something's gnawing at you. There's something that you can sense that isn't quite what it seems to be, that's gnawing at you and wearing away at you. There may even be somebody in your midst that's almost borderline psychopathic or borderline personality disorder, or what's that word? A narcissist, somebody who's a liar, let's put it that way, or somebody who is not appearing on the outside the way that they actually really think or who they actually really are. There even may be somebody in your midst that's plotting something. And I don't know why this is in here. This could be even a friend, or something's off here. This doesn't feel right. And to me, this makes sense on why things are put on hold. You may not, there might be something going on that you're not aware of, even if it's just feeling psychically attacked. Like people say that they wish you well to your face, but on the inside, they're hoping you'll fail or something. I don't know what the heck this is. I suppose if this resonates for you, you probably will either find out or you already know. And then I got something in here. Okay, so things are being put on hold for a reason. If you made a choice now, it may not be the best time because there may be some things yet to come up to the surface for you to become aware of. And some of this I'm getting specifically for some of you is you think that someone actually has genuine feelings for you when really they just want sex, or they just want to use you for sex, or you deserve romance. You deserve to be treated like a lady or a gentleman. You do not need to be treated like some kind of a sex object or something to be won or something to be flaunted or something to be used against somebody else to make someone else jealous. I don't know what the heck that is, but if it feels off, it probably is. If it feels okay, take your time and feel it out as you go. I'm getting somebody might have a jealous friend that doesn't want to see you do well because it makes them aware of how things are not well with them. Misery likes company is a quote that comes to mind. So another way I can see this is that because of some kind of strange energy involved here, your guides, which is also the lilies here, is your guides, your spiritual guides, your angels, your ancestors, your beneficial forces that look out after you are causing this delay to happen for a reason, which is to narrowly escape disaster or some kind of unhealthy situation. And if other people are telling you things about someone else that you are interested in, or you feel really good about someone, but everyone else, or not everyone else, but particular people are saying, oh no, that person is this or that person is that. They may have hidden motives involved on why they're saying those things. You may want to take your time to get to know this person before you make up your mind about this person, just solely based off of other people's opinions. Something about this looks kind of manipulative. So anyway, that was the first week of August. The second week of August, you have the King of Swords over the Four of Cups. You see the potential for something, or you want something, but you haven't known what to say or what to do about it because you don't necessarily have it yet, or it's on its way, or you're not aware of it being there, or you're not sure how to bring it into manifestation or what to decide. But with the King of Swords in here, it looks as if you finally make your choice or you make your decision in the second week of August to go after your dreams, whether that's finding your own spot, as in buying some land or a house or moving out or something, or choosing somebody or choosing to go towards something or to get to know someone. It looks as if you make your choice finally because you've been waffling enough, or you feel as if you just need something to happen. You're tired of waiting or sitting around thinking about it. You just need to say something, do something, decide something. It looks almost like impatience with yourself over waffling. Okay, let me pick a clarifier. Your messages got erased. I don't know if you don't want me, Liberty Bowie, to look into your question for you still. I didn't quite catch all of your question. And so if you still want me to do that, then say so. If you don't, then I guess you erased it for a reason. Okay. Wow. Okay. This can be a person. Specifically, this is an Aquarius court card. It can be another air sign. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but it's definitely somebody who knows what they want, or they know what they've chosen, or they seem pretty mature to me. If you've had problems in the past with immature people fighting over you or just being weird, this looks like a much more equal match for a Queen of Pentacles than a bunch of young guys fighting or young women fighting. This looks like a mature combination or a mature person that knows what they want, or they know they've decided, or they're single-minded. And it seems as if this person is going to come out of the woodwork and communicate something to you, because you have the letter with it. And with the letter, you have the heart. You may receive a message of love. This person may actually come out to you and tell you that they love you for the first time, or that they even have an interest in you. For somebody watching, or a group of you, I'm getting this person has watched you for a while. And I'm not getting in a severely creepy kind of stalker way. I'm getting more that they have observed you to kind of get a feel for who you are. Or they've thought about this. They've almost strategized on how to go about this in the best possible way. But it's very odd to me how the King of Swords is so mental and so usually pretty removed or objective. Not generally somebody that you would say is extremely emotional in general, or even all that romantic. But it seems as though, even though this person is possibly cool with others, something about you makes them feel a great amount of love for you. Or all of a sudden it's like, oh, that reminded me of some movie. What was that movie called? The Baron Munchausen, where it was Robin Williams' character, where his head would become disconnected from his body, and his body was super lustful and his mind was totally removed. It's like with everyone else, this person has a great deal of sense, but when it comes to you, their heart takes over. Or all of a sudden they're aware that they even have a heart. And this feeling that they get whenever you're around hasn't gone away. I'm getting this person has felt this way for a long time. I don't know who the heck this is for, but I'm getting this. And this person finally comes out and says something, or you receive a love letter or a message or some kind of text or an email, some kind of written format love poem, a love poem or an invitation or a love letter of some kind. It looks completely out of character for the King of Swords, but I guess this is how they feel about you. This is what you do to them. And to some of you, it may seem too good to be true, or you're worried about it being too good to be true, or you're just not sure, or you would like it to be true, but what it's not. Or something. With this, you have the cross. It may be that you have feelings for this person too, but you're not sure how it's possible. Or there's something in the way that's calling your attention that you have to deal with. It could be so many things. This could be a family situation that needs your help. This could be a friend that needs your help. Or there's just some kind of situation where you are almost tempted to sacrifice what you truly want for the sake of other people, or for the sake of a circumstance that you feel called to be a part of or to help with. Or it could even be something as simple as you guys have completely different spiritual beliefs from each other. They may be more of a scientist. You may be more of a spiritual person. You may be more, what's the word? Right-brained, and they may be more left-brained, or vice versa. It could be flipped too. There's something about the two of you that may be very different when it comes to your outlooks or how you see things or what you believe in. And that makes you, even though you have deep feelings for this person, you're not sure if that would really be doable or work, or they just don't have the same morals or ethics as you, or there's some kind of difficult situation going on that kind of calls you away from being able to cultivate relationships right now. With these two, though, it looks can be worked out if you do feel the same for this person. You have the Sun and the Woman. If you are a woman, this woman is you. If you are a man, it's probably whoever you're interested in. It doesn't really matter. This is an important person, though. This seems, because of the falling star in the background behind the woman, this woman or person seems like a dream come true or a wish fulfilled. And something about this is able to be worked out where there's a lot of happiness and joy there. This person makes you feel like a star. Or you bring out the best in each other. Definitely get to know this person if this is someone new. Well, yeah, you guys are Libras and there's so many people in here. It definitely seems as though you're not at a shortage of admirers, or you're not at a shortage of crushes. But this looks good to me. So with the third week of August, is the Ten of Pentacles over the Six of Wands. Something works out with the family stuff. If that's true for someone, if things have been difficult at home, or people have been bickering a lot, or it looks as if things work out. If you do finally just decide, that's it, I need to get out of here, it seems as if the people that you live with disagree with you or don't want you to do that, they eventually come around as long as you're determined. Whatever, if you have had a lack of support somehow with groups of friends, your community, your family, it looks as if all it really takes is for you to put your foot down and say, I am going to do this. And then they will have to support you. They will have to stop fighting so much. Or you have some kind of a great fortunate thing happen in the third week of August, where it's cause for celebration. Maybe you've graduated from something, or you have won something, or you are finally seen for your great qualities or your talents, or something has worked out and it looks like some kind of a big celebration here. Or if there has been competition, it looks as if things are resolved or the competition is over. Let me see. Where did it go? Here we go. What is this? With these two, you have the stars. Everybody is able to shine for who they are, and there is no competition. Everybody is a star. They're stars. The word stars, plural, not star. Stars. Everybody has the ability to shine their own light. Just because someone else is shining their light doesn't dim your own light, because you have your own light. Everybody is a twinkling light. And it looks as though people are really getting along now. If there has been problems with people not getting along in the past, it looks as if you are surrounded by people that make each other feel like winners, or make each other feel like stars, or make each other feel valued or appreciated for their own unique gifts. This feels amazing. This can also be some kind of a, I don't know who this is for, some kind of celebration that involves people that are famous or influential people, or it's some kind of a ball, even some kind of a ball, or award ceremony, or public event that's with important people. This could even be something like a charity or an auction, or some kind of public event where there's a lot of influential people, or something important is happening here. Could be a wedding, could be, I don't know what this is, some kind of mark, a rite of passage, or a mark of some kind of success that a lot of people have fought for. But at this celebration, here's the man now. First you had the woman, now you have the man. It looks as if you've gotten somebody's attention, or somebody has your attention. You may not be aware of this quite yet. Let me see what else I can get about this man. Whoa. Okay. This feels plutonic to me, so be real careful. Pardon me for laughing. It's just weird when I get messages like this. This person that notices you seems very plutonic to me. And there may be some domination or games or power struggles, or even S&M, where this person likes S&M, or this person likes to do the role playing stuff, or has some kind of power complex where they think that they're above other people or something. So stay away. You'll know how things feel. That could be one version of this. It can also be that this person has an ex that is like that they're trying to get away from, but they might still be energetically tied to this past person. So I would tell you to be cautious about this. If they haven't completely let go of an ex yet, you may not want to get involved with this person. And something about it seems like they have power and control issues. The plutonic relationships or vibrations between people can be so enticing. They can be so seductive. They can be so sexy, but there's just something going on there that doesn't feel quite right, or feels almost borderline a little bit dangerous. And so proceed with caution if this person invites you to go on some kind of a trip with them, or a cruise, or a vacation, or take you someplace. By all means, have the adventure, because why the heck not? If someone says, hey, I've got some tickets to a cruise, do you want to come with me? I would say yes, even just for the experience, but just be mindful and have your eyes open. And if for some reason you feel as though there's something closed off that you're not aware of, like this locked door here, Spirit is looking out for you, and you will find the answers that you seek, or you will find a way out of any difficult situations, or you will be able to see whatever you're meant to see. Your spirit guides are looking out after you big time. So pay attention to omens, signs, messages, or synchronicities that happen. Oh, here comes my cat. This is our new little kitten. His name's Mr. G. Yep, and you're messing up the cards, buddy. Okay. That was odd. Okay, so for the final week of August, you have the Queen of Swords over the Knight of Swords. And before I even try to interpret that, let me pick your clarifiers to go with it. I suppose if some of you Libras are into the S&M thing, who am I to tell you to stay away from it? If that's your thing and that floats your boat and you meet someone else who's like that, then go for it. Just had to throw that out there just in case. As long as it's consensual and you're up for it or you want that, then by all means do whatever you feel like doing. As long as you're safe. Okay. That came out. That's so funny. All right. What's up with these two? Oh. Okay. Okay. You Libras. Okay. With the clarifiers in mind, this looks like you setting down your boundaries or laying down the law or cutting somebody out or ending something or deciding on something, and the decision is final. You need things to be fair or you need to be treated fairly. And so if you do find out that there's something weird and Spirit helps you out by narrowly avoiding disaster, then of course, after that happens, then you would say, you need to leave now. Or you need to go, or I don't want to communicate with you anymore. Or you're laying down your boundaries or the law about something that is very important to you. It doesn't have to be relationship related. This could still be you being single with no interests in mind. Or if you don't feel the same way about them that they do about you and they've been a little too pushy, then you need to lay down your boundaries and say, you know what, knock it off or just leave me alone. I don't really want to have to deal with you. And I shouldn't have to deal with you. Didn't you hear the no the first 6 times? Whatever this is, it looks as if you're getting really strong about deciding something, cutting something out, cutting someone out, or being real clear in your communications. The reason why I'm interpreting it this way is because, and this could also be with a Gemini person. You have to do this with a Gemini possibly. Doesn't have to be the case though. With that, you have the scythe, which is cutting something out or harvesting something or clearing space for something new to be able to come in. Clearing away the dead wood, clearing away the excess growth. With it, you have the coffin. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So something is coming to an end. It looks as if it's you deciding to end it, and with very good reasons on why you would do that. Or a relationship blows up and ends. However, after that, you have the rider, and that's reminding me of using a scythe to clear out space or clear out weeds or clear out excess growth so something new can come in. It looks as if there's a rider coming in. There's somebody coming in after you finally let go of something. Whatever it is that you let go of, it's whatever you've been having to deal with this whole time. And it just got to a point where you realize that I have to cut this out completely. And that's when I see new things coming in. So this almost seems like a to be continued sort of reading where you're in between all this random stuff in August, but it seems as though September is your big month for whoever this writer is or whatever this writer is. So Or you will be traveling after that, or you will be moving after that. You could be the rider. You'll be moving forward after that. I don't know. Hopefully this made sense for you or helped in some way. I guess you'll just have to see. A lot of it is in the future as I do this anyway. So many blessings to you. Take care. I never heard back from Liberty Bowie, so I am going to assume you retracted it and you don't want reading after all. Otherwise, email me. Okay.